Have you ever avoided decisions because you are worried about the outcome of the decision, or you've ever told yourself that I need to know this will work, only then I'm going to make that decision, because you're probably not okay with the side effects or the repercussions of what the decisions could have? Let me start off by saying that I think it's a valid concern. A lot of people fear decisions because they're obviously worried about what will happen when the decisions don't work. But the reason why you're making a decision in the first place is so that the decision works. Isn't that why you need to make a decision in the first place? Because if you start avoiding all your decisions, then obviously nothing ever gets done. And I think you resisting making decisions because of the side effects of the decision or the other repercussions of the decision honestly is a delusion, because I want you to accept the truth that no matter what you do, your decisions are going to have repercussions, your decisions are going to have consequences, and your decisions may also have side effects, because you trying to avoid every single side effect, or you wanting to be in complete control, is equal to you saying that you want to control the future and you want guarantee that if you do this then that will happen, which will never happen. Please stop living in a delusional world, because you can't control your future. You can only control what action you're going to take on a continual basis. But having said that, for you to make sure that you're a lot more prepared, and I think you're a lot more, I would say, calmer and in control about the decisions you make, I think there's a process to go through when it comes to making decisions. So I'm going to share a few pointers with you right now so that you go through this process in a manner so that you're on top of your decisions, you are aware of your side effects, and you can manage these side effects well so that it doesn't hurt you. Because honestly, if you look down and look, if you go deeper into it, I think that's the biggest fear, that the decision should not hurt you or put you in a spot. So try to avoid it as much as possible. So the question to ask is, how do you go about doing that? So here are my thoughts. I think every decision has to be derived from the goal. What do you want to achieve as a part of the decision? What's your outcome? And it's funny how a lot of people make decisions without really evaluating what is the decision supposed to do for them. So I think the first step is to, before making the decision, identify what's the goal, what's the outcome, what will happen when you make the decision, what do you intend to happen when you make the decision, so that you are able to derive whether your decision is useful or not based on that goal. So I think that's the first step. I think the second step is to start working on what are the different options for you to help you achieve your goal the fastest. And obviously put the decision which you need to make in the mix of it so that you can evaluate all your options and choose the right option. And here you're going to look at multiple parameters for you to consider to help you achieve your goal. What is the fastest route to get you there? What is the route which will get you the maximum return on you taking the decision in terms of impact? What is the route which will get you the maximum satisfaction for you to go there? So fastest way, strongest way, easiest way, I would say best return way, multiple parameters, and you need to use all these parameters and choose the option where the maximum parameters are fulfilled. For example, maybe a decision which can get you the fastest to your goal may not be the strongest decision to make, or may not give you the best return on investment, whether time, money, energy, or effort, whatever investment you're making, may not give you the best return on investment, may be an expensive affair. There are multiple parameters to consider. So being clear about those parameters is first of all extremely important, and then to evaluate which option fulfills the maximum number of parameters is what you need to evaluate. I think that's the second step. And then once you've evaluated all those options, the third step is to really choose your decision. And the decision, like I said, needs to fulfill maximum parameters as much as possible. And then really evaluate whether once you go down that route or that path, will it take you towards your goal? So do a little bit of analysis on that. And I'm not talking about some heavy tools and techniques. I'm just talking about thinking about it and jotting down points. It's not as complicated as people make it to seem. It's not rocket science. It's just about you sitting and thinking and writing down what are your thoughts about these questions. So I think that's the third step. And I think the fourth step in this situation is for you to be able to actually start working on a plan of action, so that you start looking at what activities you need to do to walk in that direction, so that you have clarity on what are the different things you got to do in this bargain. And don't just walk in blind. Sit down and decide what are you going to do, what is the process you're going to follow, what are the steps you're going to take, etc., etc. I think that's the fourth step. Now the fifth step is to start looking at the risks, start forecasting the side effects. And here you start asking your question that start asking yourself this question that if I walk in this path or I start taking these steps, what would be the side effects? I think asking that question will help you think about it. So come up with a complete list of risks, of side effects, of challenges, of problems which you will face when you walk down that path, and try to come up with solutions for each of these challenges or risks beforehand, so at least when you face them you are prepared as to how to handle it. I think that's a very important activity to do, and I think that will take you a long way. And then finally, once you're clear on how to mitigate the risks, that's when you start moving in that direction. So I think once you follow these 6 steps, let me repeat them for you. Be clear on the goal, evaluate your options using various parameters, actually evaluate the option you have chosen to see if it's going to help you achieve your goal, work on an action plan, work on all the risks and side effects which may arise based on the implementation, and look at solutions for each of these risks, and then finally go and implement. Once you're able to do these 6 steps, more than avoiding the side effects, I think you'll be a lot more prepared to handle it, and the fear of that uncertain future will drastically come down, and your willingness to take decisions is going to go through the roof. So I think that's the process you got to follow for you to make effective decisions, so that you're a lot more in control. So make sure you hit the subscribe button so you get a lot of access or continuous access to all my videos. Make sure you like this video so that at least I know that you like the video, and make sure you share this with as many entrepreneurs as possible so they make better decisions. And ask me your questions in the comment section. Tell me the challenges you face in terms of making decisions, and I'm going to gladly share all my insights with you. In the meanwhile, I'm going to see you in my next video.